Now, let's get into the specifics of my blood work. The results were divided into three key sections. First, cardiometabolic biomarkers, which includes things like cholesterol, blood glucose, and inflammatory markers. Second, a detailed look at my hormones. And third, an assessment of my iron levels. I've taken the extra step to convert all my results to both Australian and US units to make it as accessible as possible. Starting with my cholesterol levels, my non-HDL cholesterol measured 2.28 millimoles per liter, which is equivalent to 88 milligrams per deciliter. It's worth noting that non-HDL cholesterol is often seen as a pretty reliable proxy for ApoB. According to Dr. Thomas Dayspring, these numbers are well within a healthy range for someone with my specific profile and overall health. He emphasized that ApoB is really the gold standard test for assessing lipoprotein-driven cardiovascular disease. My ApoB level, when measured back in May of 2024, was reported at 69 milligrams per deciliter. In addition to cholesterol, my triglycerides, HDL cholesterol, and total cholesterol were all found to be within desirable ranges. Personally, I tend not to focus too much on total cholesterol, mainly because LDL cholesterol, non-HDL cholesterol, and ApoB provide a much more detailed and accurate prediction of coronary artery disease risk. Genetic studies and randomized control trials have really failed to demonstrate any tangible benefit with genetically elevated HDL or with the use of medications to increase HDL. My triglycerides registered at 0.6 millimoles per liter, which translates to 53 milligrams per deciliter. Some experts believe that we should really be focusing on the triglyceride to HDL ratio as a key indicator of metabolic health. In my case, that ratio is 1.1. Moving on, my fasting glucose level was recorded at 4.9 millimoles per liter. My high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, also known as hsCRP, a marker of inflammation, was less than 0.4 milligrams per liter. As for my omega-3 index, it was reported at 9.44%. Let's shift our focus now to the hormone section of my blood work. In this area, every marker came back as desirable with just one exception, which I'll get to in a moment. To help interpret these results, I consulted with endocrinologist Dr. Carl Nadolsky, who made the insightful point that many hormone tests are not really necessary for healthy individuals. My total testosterone registered at 23 nanomoles per liter, which is 660 nanograms per deciliter, and my free testosterone was 375 picomoles per liter, translating to 10.8 nanograms per deciliter. In Dr. Nadolsky's expert opinion, my testosterone levels are optimal. In addition to testosterone, my test included assessments of luteinizing hormone, also known as LH, and follicle-stimulating hormone, or FSH. I also had measurements taken for estradiol, progesterone, prolactin, cortisol, IGF-1, and DHEA, all of which were reported as being within the desirable ranges. Both of my parents have thyroid conditions, which prompted a deeper look at those results. Dr. Nadolsky shared that it would be reasonable to monitor my TSH levels, given my family history.